welcome to the channel. And welcome as we cover a huge cocaine seizure, some bus problems in the DR, and other news you might want to know. So recently, the U.S. Coast Guard in San Juan reported that on Tuesday, May 10th, a seizure of a shipment of 284 kilograms of cocaine, valued at least $5.6 million west of Puerto Rico, was seized. The vessel carrying it was intercepted in the Mona Chapel. Now that's the chapel that separates the Dominican Republic from Puerto Rico, and unfortunately it's used as a standard drug trafficking route. Now when the Coast Guard approached the boat, the people on board threw multiple bales of the suspected cocaine, or contraband, let's just put it like that, into the water and fled back into Dominican Republic territorial waters. Now, since the pursuit began in U.S. waters, they were able to cross over and apprehend 3 Dominican nationals that were on board that boat and arrest them. Now, a lot of you that have traveled by bus know that the 2 largest bus lines in the Dominican Republic are Caribe Tours and Metro. So the Dominican bus service company Caribe Tours has just recently resumed its route to Haiti, even after the hijacking and kidnapping of their rival Metro company bus traveling from the Dominican Republic with 12 people on board. Of those 8 people on board during the hijacking, it included 8 passengers that were confirmed as Turkish citizens. The bus companies have had to modify their routes to Haiti due to the climate of safety and security that has been happening throughout the city of Jimani in Haiti, which that city borders right along the Dominican Republic. And a lot of you know that was the same city where the Dominican Republic diplomat was also abducted and held. Now, another thing that we've always cautioned people, because it happens a lot, is power outages and blackouts. Now, tons of electrical disruptions in the Cibao region recently have occurred in provinces such as Santiago, where we were from, La Vega, and Puerto Plata, to name a few. Now, they've caused problems in traffic, as well as in commercial, productive, and domestic activities, since a lot of these major companies do not have emergency power plants to respond to the blackouts that have been happening. Now, the electrical companies haven't given a reason for these blackouts, but a few of the outages that had started in Santo Domingo seemed to have been because they needed maintenance and they were in the middle of maintaining and fixing some of the lines, and it caused a series of blackouts there as well recently. So over the few months, they've actually had their hands full all over the country with a lot of power outages and a lot of blackouts. And they say, as usual, that they are trying and that they have a handle on what needs to be done. But what needs to be done and what is being done, as we well know, are 2 different things. So here's hoping that they will get a handle on this soon and that the outages will cease. And unfortunately, we have more Haitian upheaval. Armed men opened fire Monday, May 9th in the capital of Port-au-Prince in Haiti. Haiti has been suffering a wave of violence in the recent weeks by criminal gangs. The Haitian capital has been caught in a wave of violence since April that has claimed at least 75 lives. Over 9,000 people have had to leave their homes due to safety and security in those towns, all based on the clashes, like we stated before in our last video, between the 2 gangs, the Mawuzo and Shen Mishan, the 2 largest criminal gangs in Haiti. The head of the Haitian National Police claims that 4,918 people have been arrested in that Latin American country, and that they have 234 firearms taken off the street to date. But in the USA, currently, Federal prosecutors have charged the leader of the notorious violent Haitian gang, Yon Yon, like we had talked about in the last video also, in connection with that kidnapping of the 16 American missionaries last year. Now, as we told you before, Jermaine Joly, 29, who's also known as Yon Yon, is accused of leading the 400 Mawuzo gang and is the first person charged by the U.S. Justice Department with having any involvement in the kidnapping of the Christian missionaries. He's also facing separate firearm trafficking charges and was recently extradited back to the USA. Now, a lot of you may remember when the 17 people were abducted from that missionary group from a Haitian orphanage. It included 12 adults, 5 minors. They were abducted on October 16th of 2021 after visiting an orphanage in Gantier, Haiti. Now, 12 of the missionaries escaped during an overnight caper, eluding their kidnappers and walking for miles over harsh terrain with an infant and other small children. The group said that they navigated by the stars in the sky to reach safety. 5 other captors had been released previously after a 2-month kidnapping ordeal where their lives were threatened by this gang over a $17 million ransom, which we know by watching all of the videos was never paid by the ministry, who did not have the money, or not paid by the USA. Joly is due to make his first court appearance on Wednesday. The Attorney General Merrick Garland from the U.S. says that this case, he hopes, will show that the U.S. Justice Department will be relentless in their efforts to track down anyone who kidnaps a U.S. citizen abroad. So like we said before, always caution and safety first. Check to see where the security alerts are in certain countries. Also check the governmental climate, because that also plays a part in your safety. Remember, you always get up close, personal, and things that matter to you on this channel. And we want to continue to bring you that great content, so make sure to always hit that subscribe, hit that notifications bell when you want to get notified for videos like this and others, and always give this and all video a thumbs up. Hitting that subscribe and hitting that thumbs up helps us to change that algorithm so we can bring you concise and up-to-date relevant information on any travels you may be planning to take or thinking about living abroad. And as always, all information is underneath every video. See you on the next video.